now coming down the race. Phil Cleary leading them out. And our stairway to heaven, your gateway. Oh, right. And there they go through the cheer squad's banner out there at the moment. And I might mention at this stage that Williamstown players.
And it's Port Melbourne. There's Ian Cooper in shot. He's had hamstring trouble and he's got that thermal bandage around his right thigh. And will he stand up to it? That's the question. But there was a lot of speculation about Chad Band, and the mail that Phil Cleary received yesterday turned out to be right, that Chad Band is not in the lineup. So that's a little worry for Port before the first bounce, but they've won the toss and are going with the breeze in the first term. So they'll be going to the scoreboard.
Here's the Preston side now about to go through the banner, led by their captain and coach Ray Shaw. Have the band of the Moomba Parade playing out there on the ground at the present time, and the Preston side a very, very keen side to take off their...
Sustain our playing form under those conditions, but Preston really haven't produced the goods yet. They've only won one. We've won 2 finals so far.
Well, once again, Gary, thanks very much for being with us. As I said only moments ago, and you heard my remarks, I think it's been fantastic, the fact that the VFA finals have been telecast, and I do hope that a Melbourne television station, hopefully Channel 10, take up the challenge and telecast the finals again next year and maybe even the whole season.
Well, I hope that that's possible, Rob.
They're coming out on the ground already, led by their captain and coach Ray Biffin. The boos from some of the Port Melbourne supporters down here. But the umpires are a little bit late probably in coming out, but we'll keep a camera out for them, and we should pick them up fairly soon. But right now, let's have a look at the...
It's a pity that, whether it's publicity or whether they're trying to do their best for David Pledger. But I was talking to Morris Deb during the week, and they were refused
umpire the first division, first semi-final, and Agri side coming out.
Led by Stephen Roach, the captain, and Greg McDonald, vice captain. Greg McDonald, of course, a player of over 150 games for Oakley.
It's Greg's 150th, is it?
He's played over 150,
over 100,
Steve.
One of the reasons why I'm sitting down this end, Wayne, you know me, I'm in a controversy, and I don't want to be punched by little Paul.
I don't know whether it's because I'm so big or it's because I'm connected at Oakley that you've moved away, Steve.
We'll pause for the national anthem.
Werribee narrow winners, losers, to Williamstown last week, and Box Hill have strung together 2 in a row. The reserves earlier today, slight upset really.
With Michael Ford playing 98 games for Footscray, and now here he is coaching Springvale, who come out onto the ground. Sandringham, led by their young mascot James Bowles, and if they're looking for some inspiration, James is the man to give it to them. 7 years of age, bored without a lower right leg, but he kicks the ball around with the best of them. The son of the team manager and Anthony Allen, the team captain, getting them all together to run out onto the ground. The coach, Tom Elvin, played 218 games for Carlton. Cutthroat game. It's Werribee who won the double chance, as did Paran, so the loser gets a ripper charge to try and get through to the ground. A few players there should feel at home, especially Shane Morwood. He played 200 games for Collingwood, 10 years service here at Victoria Park. There he is, 1992, got his name in gold on the board. Of course, a premiership player. There he is with the Collingwood Football Club. He'll, no doubt, being centre-half back today, tangle at some stage with Doug Barwick, who played in that 1990 Collingwood Premiership. He's in the forward pocket for the Dandenong Redlegs. That's just one of the... Starting on the bench, kicked 2 goals late in the game in that second semi. It was Werribee that jumped the better that day, and he is one of the men who's been at Werribee when they haven't been so strong, so he'll be looking forward to playing a part today. Let's go down to ground level for the playing of the national anthem, the Victoria Navy Band. Down to ground level for the playing of the national anthem, the Victoria Navy Band. The Brunswick side, the black and white Magpies, the Wicks as they're affectionately known, is Stephen Parsons. And I asked him if having a week off prior to the big game had done the Wicks any good.
Let's have a quick rundown on them.
Yes, Phil, that team should line up as selected there. And interesting, the little fella, the smallest player on the ground, is young Brian Jones, the Frankston rover. I'll be waiting to see whether or not Fred Cook lines up at full forward, Phil, because Kim Smith, I think, will line up there. And I think Beattie at centre-half forward and Fred Cook in the forward pocket.
Right, well, that's the VFA team, and let's just have a quick look at the Queensland team. Not that I think... toss.
Here's the toss now. Fred Cook, go ahead. Thank you, Fred Cook. And John Stackpool, the toss is tails. And it's been won by Fred Cook.
Mark Jackson at his best, or some would say his worst.
This is what you call psyching up.
A crowd of more than 12,000 packed the Brunswick ground, most of them to watch the former VFL full forward make his VFA debut. And the message from Jacko was loud and clear.
I'm ready! I'm as ready